Hi, welcome to Always Games TV. I am Roger Knowles, and today we're going to take a look at Space Engineers, which is a alpha game coming out for early access on the 23rd of October, which I believe is next Wednesday, out on Steam's early access. It is developed by Keen Software House, which have done a few other games, such as Minor Wars, I think, or is it Minor Wars, I think. And what they actually did was, if you'd been looking forward to this game and seen about it and were looking forward to the early access on Steam, they did a special form of a promotion, which was 3 hours earlier this week. They actually gave access to people to be able to purchase it just for that 3 hour window, and that's how I managed to get a hold of this early access. So it's a form of a early access of the game. Like I say, it's still in the alpha form. There's a lot of expectations what they are wanting to do, which is not actually in the game. So there's a lot of features which they are wanting to put in, which they're just not available at this present moment. I think it's going to be priced at around about $14.99, which is about £9.50 I think in the UK, which would probably be $9.99, going on what the usual early accesses are over here. Basically, I'm going to give you a quick little rundown of it. There is a tutorial for this. Let's have a quick look, see if we've got it. About videos. No, that's the actual video content. Let's have a look. Anyway, before we'll go into that. There is actually a tutorial to show you how to play it, and it's actually quite worthwhile checking it out because it is quite complicated in some of the controls, and you could possibly get a little bit confused. I've already played about half an hour of this, and I got myself in a little knot already. And I'm probably going to forget controls as I show you it now. It's going to be a form of a sandbox game. It's hopefully going to be multiplayer at some point. They haven't announced the date of when they are going to make it multiplayer, so it's just single player at the present moment. It's a case of that you do a lot of building, you bake spaceships, and then you kind of fly them around. That's all that's really in this alpha. It's literally just building a spaceship, large, small, or even a space station, moon station sort of thing. And that's about it. That's all that's really included in the game at this present moment. I'll give a rundown of the features that they're hoping to implement as time goes on, as I go further into this video. But let's crack on and show you what to expect. So let's go back to here. So we've got video settings, my NVIDIA GeForce GTX 660, which is what's on my computer at the present moment. Resolution, we've got full screen. Yeah, you had to click that when I came up to it. Vertical sync, we'll put that on. Yeah, you'll keep it on. Hardware cursor, yep. Rendering quality, now there's not a lot of choice here. Obviously normal, high, and extreme. I'm going to leave it at high for this video. I have put it on extreme earlier, it ran okay. It ran absolutely fine, to be absolutely honest. So we'll keep it at that, and then we won't put the distance field of view. Is that field of view? Sorry, FOV. Sorry, I thought that was distance actually in the game, but that's the FOV slider, which is a lot of games don't seem to have this, which is good. If you get motion sickness by playing first-person shooters, you can play this game third person or first person. So it's entirely up to you on that, but we'll keep it how it all is really. Click OK on there. We'll just think about it for a little second. Doop. Do you want to keep these changes? Yes. And then we've got audio settings. Yeah, pretty bog standard really. Controls. Again, pretty bog standard. But we'll go, yeah, okay. Excuse me, and we'll go back to here. And again, I think this section here where there's no tab, I believe that's going to be the multiplayer section. You can go to New World, we can start up a new world there. Or load a world, we'll go to New World. We've got Custom World. And we'll call it Roger's Space. Description. Roger Space. Okay, space. And you've got not multiple, but there's a few different options. You've got empty world where you literally start from scratch. Survival, which really hasn't been fully implemented yet. They're going to put that in. I'll explain about that a little bit later on into the video. And we've got start 1 and then easy start 2. We'll go for easy start 1. Yeah, we'll go for easy start 1. Basically, also to remember that every 5 minutes this game does do an automatic save, so the screen will suddenly jutter like as if the frame rates have dropped to almost 1 or 2. Don't panic, or if you're watching this video, don't think that my computer suddenly started crashing. It does this every time. So let's get this loaded up. Right, okay, I'm going to try and remember the controls. Luckily, like I said, as you can see right at the bottom in the middle of the screen, my little dude is here. Also, there is helps and tips there where it says press F1 for help and tutorials. You can remove this text, but I'm going to leave it on because I think I'm going to forget the buttons. As you can see below there, your basically like action bar. So you press G to bring up all your selections. So you can move these out if you wish to. Like we want to put different objects in here. I'll give you a rundown of these. You've got your different building materials for your aircraft. Oh, spaceship. Sorry, not aircraft, spaceships. You got cockpit, landing gear, reflector light, guns. Guns are in at the moment, but they're actually, you can't use them. That's a feature which they're going to be added on later on. Drill, blah, 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 blah. And then small cargo containers, things like that. I've only used a majority of these, I'm not going to lie. Like ladders, actually, presently are not available, fully in use. A lot of this is still going to be implemented as time goes on. It's basically just a very basic space builder aircraft thingy, but it will get better as time goes on. They're going to add a lot more to it. And these tools up here, which you'll use later on to fix your ship or mend things. Again, these are not actually working as of yet. They're here, but they're not working. But they will do in time. Let's come out here, press G again, there we go. Oh, so yeah, as you can see, I've got if I press 2, that'll give me a cube shape, so that'll make it that size. So yeah, if you press X, you start flying. Get rid of that. If you press X, you then suddenly get your jetpack running. If you press X again, you drop to the floor. Okay, let's have a look at this ship. So this one that's already been pre-built. Is there another one anyway? Oh, there's some aircraft fighters here. Been pre-built. Luke. Get back on. As you can see, they've got the guns on, landing gear. Now, every little piece, everything's important. It looks like it's got a lot of boosters on it. They're all needed, literally to go left, right. You can't just literally put like this big one on, this one here in the center, and expect it to go forwards, backwards, side, up and down, all that sort of thing. It needs all of them on to actually move around. Okay, let's get moving, shall we? Let's have a look at the big ship. Press X, drop, there we go. And there's things like gravity wells that you need to consider. I think that's one there, I think. I'm sort of trying to remember. This is a power generator. That's of sorts. Let's have a little look, see what we've got. Okay. Like I say, it's very basic at this present moment. I can never find the cockpit. Ah, there it is. Straight away. I usually go the wrong way for it. You press T to get in. I think. Yep, there we go. And here we are, flying the big spaceship. Oh, I think I've already crashed it on the landing platform. Oh, bits are falling off already. That's not good. Okay, that's not good at all. Yeah, they're part of my engines. Oh dear. Things are falling off already. I think it's because I hit that landing platform straight away. So yeah, so you can fly it around, do little things, and come out of this. Now, go back down. This way out, right? Obviously, there's no landing platform now. That's behind us. Up there somewhere, there it is. So press X, and we'll get moving. Yeah, so there's the fighters over there. I think if you go for the easy start 2 or something like that, you get given a big blue one, I think. Big blue starfighter. But we'll get over to this section now and we'll start building. Now, I forewarn you, I'm a big fan of Star Wars, so I'll probably end up trying to build something that looks like an X-Wing or a TIE fighter. I do apologise, but I can't help it. But it's very tricky. I'm still trying to get used to building aircraft, spaceships. Okay, right. I'm going to build it over the top of the platform because then if I accidentally turn off my jetpack, I don't fall and fall and fall. And you don't keep going. You do stop after a while, but it takes ages to get back up to the point that you were at. So it makes the video a little bit quicker. Okay, so keep going. We're going to build something that looks similar to those over there, just for this video. Okay. Okay, so if I stay over here, we should be okay. We should be all right here. So if I press X by accident, I won't fall too far. And we'll go a bit lower actually. Okay, right, we'll go about here. So nothing too big. We're not going to go too crazy. So press G. I've got some of my parts down here. I've got a small reactor, geoscope to help us move. Grab some landing gear actually. Won't bother with guns just for the time being. We need a cockpit. What else do we need? Doop. Yeah, I think that's a large reactor. We don't need a large reactor. Small reactor we'll be fine with. Okay, let's go. So we click a small ship part and that gives us a block. And then if we press 2, it will then automatically change the size of my block that I've got. As you see the square ones, the larger one down here, that's because the platform down there is larger block square. So that's why it's making it big. But if I then hover over here, it makes it smaller. So this could take some time. So I'm probably going to do a bit of voiceover and explain the features what are expected within the full release or what they are wanting to implement. So and then you can, I just got to save then, if you can see a little bit of a stutter. And I'm going to try and build this as I talk over the video. Okay, so let's hope this doesn't go wrong. So while I'm building my spacecraft, I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown of the game. I'm going to be reading this pretty much straight off the Space Engineers game website, so bear with me. Space Engineers is a sandbox game about engineering, construction and maintenance of space works. Players build spaceships and space stations of various sizes, pilot ships and perform asteroid mining. Space engineering utilizes a realistic volumetric-based physics engine. All objects can be assembled, disassembled, damaged and destroyed. Okay, I'll give you a rundown on some of the features that the game is hopefully going to have, well, at least what they've put up on the website. So before we go any further, like I said a few times already, this is still an alpha stage of development for the game, so there's a lot which isn't in the game, but I'm going to give you around some of the hopefully what will be in the finished product. What they put up on the website at least says building in creative mode, unlimited resources and instant construction, deformable and destructible objects, real proportions, mass, storage capacity, integrity. Small and large ships, build them, pilot them and crush them. Space stations, building blocks, light, a load of things to do with building. There's all these different actually aspects, including missile turrets, cargo containers, interior, external lights, catwalks, cover walls, ramps, ladders, ships, gatling, small ship missile launchers, landing gear, windows, blah 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 blah. There's a load of other stuff. Log onto the website, check out some of them if you need to. Obviously first person, third person, which we've already seen, hopefully. That's already there. Character animation's going to be a little bit more flushed out. World management, creating new worlds, save basically multiple copies. Other scenarios, there'll be obviously an empty world, which we've seen, easy start world, which I think there's 1 and 2 at the present moment. Bit more work on the electricity. Some of the stuff that they've got work in progress is, but it's not implemented at this present moment, is like there's no multiplayer yet, there's no sound effects yet, no death or respawn as of yet. Character animations, they're working on enhancing them at the present moment. Many of the 3D models are just concept models, only with no textures and no optimizations. Door, conveyors, antennae, radar, which are there but don't really do anything, or detectors, same as that. I think they're there but they're not really being used. Landing gear again, explosive cubes, medical room, none of it's basically operational as of yet. They're there for show but not actually being used. There's a help tutorial, on-screen hints showing rather more information. You can disable them in-game options. So there's a little bit of a tutorial there at the present moment, but not what they fully want to be as of yet. Deformation of non-armor blocks are still WIP. Gravity effects, astronauts only. We haven't decided yet whether or not gravity should be enabled on all objects, which I can sort of understand. There is a gravity well at this present moment, which pulls you to the ground that you can set up on your spaceship. However, if they implement that with objects as well, I can imagine it being a bit messy and a bit frustrating, but if they did do it, it would be more realistic, so I guess they've got to try and weigh that up. Asteroids and space stations are immovable. We haven't decided yet whether or not whether they should move and rotate. Again, I can sort of see, well, in realistic form, yes, they will, but for a game to make it fun, I don't know if they will or not, because again it could be a little bit messy and a little bit frustrating. There's no joystick or Xbox controller support as of yet. Scenario survival. Start with bare minimum resources, harvest and build to survive. Again, that's not in the game yet, but this could be an interesting playing form. It'd be a bit like Minecraft, where you have to survive and get yourself through each day. Or I guess there really isn't a day or a night cycle in space, but you know what I mean. Modding 3D models is not possible yet, but it looks like they will be going into it. I think there's a little section on the website explaining how to do your modding. And it just says, and many more. Temporary disabled situation is you're building in manual mode. Use wielder. Oh, sorry, there. Temporary disabled features at the present moment are building in manual mode. Use welder to assemble blocks from components. Use grinder to disassemble and reuse components. And drilling and harvesting isn't there yet, but again, there's the equipment there to do it, but just not implemented. Refinery, process harvesting ore to ingots. Assembler, manufacturing components from ingots. Inventory and object manipulation. Weapons, automatic rifles and turrets and small ship weapons are not actually implemented, but they are there at this present moment. So there's a lot for what they need to basically turn the switch on with, because it's already there. But again, I can understand why they're taking little baby steps. They've got quite an ambitious sort of project to build upon, but they've got what's in the game works at this present moment. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be very buggy. Admittedly, if you do fly another ship into another on occasions, I know Tom's had problems with it crashing, or for me it seems to go to a black screen, so even though you don't mean to die, it does sort of kill you. But yeah, so there's a lot of different features here which are going to be implemented, and I think it's an exciting project. Anyway, back to my spaceship and see how it's going along. Right then, so as you can see, we're starting to come together now. One thing you have to remember is to make sure you've got thrusters on every direction that your ship is going to move. Oh, no, didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that. Just deleted part of it, never mind, we'll just put that back on. Just 3 along, 1, 2, oh, maybe 4 along, should I say. If you right click, it deletes a block, whatever you're looking at that present moment. Delete to move around, same with end next to it. I'll move it up and down and all over the place. Let's move to that side, there we go. Okay, so we've got left, right, up, down. Oh, no, we haven't done down yet, sorry. So if we go under here and we move, we'll move 2 sections, center, we go there and there. Press end, delete, delete. Okay, so that's got the up motion. We've got up, down. Let's go forward. Actually, we'll do the back ones next. It's always important. Which we'll put them instead of these blocks here. Put them there like that. There we go. Obviously, you can do any design you want, as long as you've got some things. So we've got that. While we do anything else as well, we need to make sure we put power source in. So we'll just go to number 4. There we are. Remove these sections, and we're going to put load in there. You see light up. Yes, down like that. There we go. Okay, so they're all powered. Obviously, we haven't got any forward thrusters. Put a gyroscope in. Put it about. Try not to knock your ship as well, because they do have a habit of floating away if you do that. They shouldn't do it now, as far as I know, because I put that gyroscope in. Oh, just saved again. Bit of a delay then. How do I get it? Good, down. Now it's going up, down, up. Oh, C, there we go. C makes you go down. Christy, I want a large thruster. Maybe not that large. How does that look? Screw it, yeah, let's put that on. Massive thruster at the front. Let's put some small ones around it. No, no. Try and get the right. There we go. Okay, let's put that there. Let's put tons of thrusters on this. Okay, I'll probably fast forward this video if I need to, just to speed it up a smidge. I apologise if this video is a bit all over the place. Try to concentrate on my movement of my characters. I don't nudge into it. Okay, so I'm probably going to fast forward. So there we go at the present moment. This is what my ship is looking like. Let's get rid of this booster in my hat. Oh, that's definitely not what I want. Get rid of that, there we go. One of the things you can do is change its colour, which I'm going to try and figure out and remember to do now. Okay guys, I remember how to do colouring now. I just checked out the tutorial again. If there's any issues or anything like that, there is a full tutorial by the developers on how to do all this. So if you press that button, it's the brackets button, you will then get an option of colours. You're obviously going to have a block selected as well on your tools, but you have red, yellow, blue, green, black, white, and then grey colour. Let's go for blue. I like blue. So you can then just hold no, that's the wrong button. If you middle mouse button, click it in, you can then start painting, and this will colour the whole block, whole cube or shape that you've implemented in that section. So go along there and there. So you can, let's just change it to a different colour, for white, something like that. There we go. Oop, did we do that? Actually, I could change. As you can see, my ship is slightly lopsided. It's one side bigger than the other. Anyway, let's jump in and have a look, see if we control it. Press T to jump into the cockpit. And here we are. Like I say, I ain't put any guns. In fact, I ain't put any landing gear on it, which probably doesn't help. Press V to get a third person view. And off we go. So, I'm not going overly fast. The more, obviously, you I think you can hit about 105 miles a second, I think it says it is. Or something along those lines. Trying not to crash into there. But this is about it, basically, as present moment. It's however much creativity goes along. You'll have to put more power generators on if you build larger sections and have bigger power generators and things like that. Let's see if we can land in this ship here. And yeah, and so it's this is still alpha. It's not even out yet on the early access of Steam, but it all comes down to your imagination of what you can build. And I'm just going to see if I can get in here without crashing it. I think it's going to be really difficult. Oh, no. Go down C to go down. There we go. Same controls as your jetpack. I'm not going to land it because I don't have any landing gear. In fact, we'll put some landing gear on now before I forget. So if we then go, I've got number 6 is landing gear. I'll put one about. I've got first person by pressing V. I'm just getting a save then. That's one of the stutter. Oh, there we go. On that side. And one there. And one there. I'll shove that there. There we go. Get back in the cockpit. Right, okay. So we should, by pressing C, lower down. Oh, landed a bit heavy. Something broke. But yeah, so there you go. that is Space Engineers. Cheers for watching the video, guys. Check this out on early access on Steam. It looks quite promising. It looks quite good fun. I've enjoyed building some ships. Me and Tom from Always Games TV, you might have heard him on the podcast. We've both got this, and we're both looking forward to the multiplayer very much. We'll get to have a bash on it. And I think some of the crazy stuff we could do, and some of the chaos that will ensue when we're both on it, will it'll be a good laugh, and we'll probably end up just trying to kill each other, or fly into each other, or shoot each other. Something along those lines. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Check out alwaysgamestv.com. Check out our YouTube channel. If you like this video, please subscribe, comment, like, do all the good stuff. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter. And yeah, don't forget, next Wednesday is the Always Games TV podcast. And tune in to have a listen on iTunes or on YouTube. If you want any questions or anything read out on the show, please contact us on Facebook or on Twitter. And I think that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you later. Oh, crashed. Oh. Actually, I've done quite a bit of damage to the big ship there.